congrats to Night City, and the one and only Moxie 11 bringing you largely biased news footage from the fourth wall. When we returned to our group, Angus was trying to take out the man that was at the computer and struggling, so Cass decided to give him a hand, knocking him out with a single punch. From there, subterfuge was our goal, for the most part we largely succeeded. Cammy worked on the computer to turn off the cameras and delete footage, while Angus stayed with her in case she needed support. Wraith was at the concert area, giving us visual advice where he could and waiting for the jammer to charge. As Cass and I made our way into the rubble, the first apartment, I found a small lockbox with a cherry red cybernetic hand holding the handle. Seems the Andersons didn't quite make it out, or at least one of them didn't. From there we moved on to the next area, where I lost sight of Chameleon, but did end up gathering about 200 eddies before moving on. At the concert area, since we're going a bit slow, Wraith comes up with the idea of adding a jam session at the end between all three bands to give us a little more time, asking Zero Cool if he'd be into it. He agrees as long as Dave Wacko's on board, and we have a very awkward scene where Z, Wraith and Zero Cool are sitting on a couch drinking and smoking. Cass and I continue, darting out of the rubble and around the building before going back in and seeing about 5 individuals walking forward. We don't really pay too much attention as we search the room, finding 2 untouched air hypos and the chameleon once more. This time I managed to catch the little guy by offering him some of my tequila taco paste. Cass also takes this opportunity to locate some gauze and bandage up my hand, which I've re-injured in this whole endeavour. There's a noticeable shift at the concert as Dave Wacko steps off the stage and Zero Cool moves on. Wraith talks to Dave about the initial jam session. Dave agrees. They have a bit of a chat while Cass and I move along into the next apartment, which happens to belong to Wraith. We contact him to find out where this recording is, and he gives us 2 very different locations. Thankfully, Cass manages to find the box, but his arm gets stuck as he's trying to pull it free on some rebar. Before we can do anything, the 5 individuals we saw make their presence known. Maelstrom, with the leader that we've dubbed Terminator Face, firing his gun into the air, telling everyone they have 10 seconds to clear out or we're all going to die. As I try to call her away, I get called out by one of the gang members who tells me not to move. Wraith manages to calm some of the crowd down and pull them out to safety, getting them away from the Shady Acres ruins. And a fight between our Smart Boy security agents and the gang members takes place. Just Jane was also there, getting footage of the gang violence that plagues Night City. I'm sure that will work real well for NewSat. As the battle continues, I shout to Angus to do something, and he starts laying down some cover fire. One of the Smart Boy security guys calls for backup right after his buddy gets flatlined, and bullets continue to fly. I'm stuck in place as one of the Maelstrom members approaches me, but thankfully Cass has my back, killing him with a single headshot the minute he comes into view, and then pulls me out of the way and back into safety. Wraith approaches with Dave Wacko to try to distract, allowing Cass and I to move towards the back area freely. Angus is still firing from the tent, letting Cammy climb over the fence and running off. Wraith's distraction happens to work, and him and Dave back up out of the way and into an alley where he finds Smart Boy security backup has arrived. Wraith lets us know and the larger battle breaks free. I tried to get to my car, but in my opinion there was no safe way to do so, and so, after a little cursing, Cass and I flee the scene while Maelstrom and Smart Boy security fight it out. Our group is left scattered and divided, but for the most part unscathed, and also without getting anything we wanted when we went to the remains of Shady Acres to collect. To watch the story unfold live, tune into Saves vs Death every Saturday at 8:30 PM Eastern at twitch.tv/Saves vs Death. If you can't watch live, be sure to subscribe to Saves vs Death channel on YouTube so you can watch it as soon as the recording is released. Or of course, you can always download it as a podcast. Stay safe, cyberpunks. This has been your Night City recap with Moxie 11.